Welcome to the VESL Podcast. VESL stands for Vocational English for Success in the USA. This podcast is for you, the English learner building a new life in America. The newcomer who works hard every day but wants something more. The immigrant who knows that language is power and that every word you learn opens a door. Whether you're preparing for your first job, climbing toward a better career, or simply trying to communicate with confidence at work, this is your podcast. Every episode is drawn from the VESL Success Series, a 96-chapter curriculum covering the skills you truly need: professional communication, workplace culture, job search strategies, financial literacy, soft skills, and the mindset to succeed in America's workforce. VESL classes are free at adult schools and community colleges across the United States. And this podcast brings that learning to you wherever you are, whenever you're ready. Because learning English is not just about grammar. It is about opportunity. It is about dignity. It is about taking your place in this country and making something great out of it. The American dream is real and it speaks English. Let's learn it together. This is the VESL Podcast, brought to you by the Sersea Podcast Network. Let's get to work.
Understanding American workplace culture. Key vocabulary. Workplace culture. The shared values, behaviors, and expectations that define how people work together in a company. Understanding American workplace culture helped Fatima feel more comfortable in her new job. Professionalism. The conduct, qualities, and standards expected of a trained and skilled worker. Professionalism means arriving on time, dressing appropriately, and treating colleagues with respect. Initiative. The ability to start or do something independently without being told to do it. Jorge showed great initiative by volunteering to train new employees before his manager asked him to. Hierarchy. A system in which people or groups are ranked according to authority or importance. Most American workplaces have a clear hierarchy, with managers supervising teams of employees. Diversity. The presence of a variety of people with different backgrounds, cultures, genders, and experiences. American companies value diversity because different perspectives lead to better ideas and solutions. Featured article. The American workplace can feel like a foreign country even before you have mastered the English language. The customs, expectations, and unwritten rules of U.S. professional life are unique, and understanding them is just as important as learning vocabulary and grammar. One of the most important aspects of American workplace culture is the expectation of directness. In many cultures, it is considered rude or aggressive to state your opinion openly. In the United States, however, clear and honest communication is generally valued and respected. When your manager asks for your input, they genuinely want to hear it. When a problem arises, workers are expected to report it and suggest solutions rather than wait for someone else to act. Equally important is the American concept of equality in the workplace. While hierarchies exist, many American companies encourage open-door policies, meaning that even junior employees can approach senior managers with ideas or concerns. Titles matter, but contribution matters more. A worker who solves problems creatively and communicates well is respected regardless of their position. Punctuality is another pillar of American professional culture. Arriving on time to work, meetings, and appointments signals respect for others' time. In most workplaces, showing up 5 minutes early is considered on time, while arriving at the exact scheduled time can sometimes be seen as slightly late. This may be different from norms in your home country, but adapting to this expectation quickly will earn you significant professional respect. Teamwork is deeply valued in American work environments. Projects are often collaborative, and individuals are expected to contribute their skills while also supporting their colleagues. Saying, "I too much" and "we too little" can sometimes give the impression that you are not a team player, even if that is not your intention. Finally, initiative separates average workers from outstanding ones. American employers consistently rank taking initiative as one of the most desirable employee qualities. This means identifying problems before they become crises, asking for more responsibility, and finding ways to improve systems or processes without being prompted. Your VESL teacher is already helping you develop this skill every time they ask you to work independently or solve a problem in class. Tips for success. 5 success tips for this chapter. 1. Practice arriving 5 to 10 minutes early to every class and appointment to build the habit of American-style punctuality. 2. Learn the names of your coworkers and supervisors and use them when you speak. Americans appreciate personal acknowledgement. 3. When you do not understand an instruction at work, it is always professional to ask for clarification rather than guess. 4. Observe how experienced coworkers interact with management and model those communication behaviors. 5. Study common American idioms used in the workplace, such as "think outside the box" and "on the same page," to avoid misunderstandings.
And that is a wrap on today's episode of the VESL Podcast, Vocational English for Success in the USA. Thank you for being here. Learning a new language takes courage. Building a new life takes strength, and showing up today, to listen, to grow, to prepare, that says everything about who you are and what you are capable of. Every episode of this podcast is drawn from the VESL Success Series, a 96-chapter curriculum designed to give you the English, the skills, and the confidence to succeed in America's workforce. And the best news? VESL classes are free at adult schools and community colleges near you. We encourage you to enroll, attend regularly, and take full advantage of everything that is waiting for you. If today's episode helped you, please share it with a friend, a family member, a coworker, or a classmate who is on their own journey. Because when one immigrant succeeds, a community rises. Subscribe to the VESL Podcast so you never miss an episode, and explore the full Sersea Podcast network at www.serseapodcasts.com for more free learning across English, culture, history, and ideas. The American dream is not a guarantee. It is an invitation. And every word you learn, every skill you build, every class you attend, that is your answer to that invitation. Keep learning. Keep growing. Keep moving forward. Until next time, the VESL Podcast, from the Sersea Podcast Network.